Hello again, Cartoon Car Collectors. So we have another Nissan Fairlady Z, although they call it Fairlady. Anyways, an S30 with the LBWK kit on it. It's made by VIPQ, I think. VIP scale models. And then maybe this is their first one. It says 01. Sleeve protecting a box, and then the dealer seems to have modified this with some tape. More cardboard. It's weird, it doesn't have a plastic cover. That's very odd. Like, who's going to display a model just out in the open? I mean, I guess you'd have to put it into a glass cabinet or something. But like, if you didn't have a glass cabinet, it's going to get all dusty, right? So, this is really strange. VIP, you're making really silly decisions, I think. Anyways, I had a horrible experience with the last one. Let's hope that's not the case with this one, but we'll compare. So this comes out, but see, like you can't display it really. And this is just this is just garbage really. This cardboard that I bought there. Yeah, there's probably a screw under there, but I'm not gonna look into it. This probably is a piece of wood if I had to guess on the inside. And then this fake leather stuff, you know, it looks great in the beginning, but it always cracks and peels in the end, so it's not good. So that's not good either. About longevity. So the problem I had with the other one was the crushed wheels and tires. I might be seeing that again on this one. You see, there's a little bit of an air gap there because this. Look how far they crushed that in. I don't know why they would do that. Right? Why do they have to crush it down so much? See, the sidewall of this is so tall, and this is not. So I think what this is also, the tires aren't actually concentric. They're not evenly round. It's clearly here, if you look on this one, it looks much fatter there. So it's not good. I might have to 3D print my own wheels again. Here, I'm going to just pull out the other one. I ended up 3D printing my own wheels because the other ones weren't even around. And then I put on ChoroQ tires, it looks like. And that's how I fixed this. And then I got rid of the base and just put it on like a Hino base or some other 1/64 scale base as a cover. And it just slapped over the plate. This is actually, I think, spices I glued onto it to look like a road. Yeah, that doesn't look good though, right? That's just weird. Yeah, I don't know. I might just leave it alone. But without the glass cover, again, I don't even want to display this. What a pain. What a real pain. Let's just continue on, and maybe I'll deal with it later. The metal plate is really nice. It's got etching there. It's so shiny, it's hard to focus on. It's around 300 of this color. It says 13 of 299. You'll see there's no interior. Yes, so we'll just get that out of the way. So what kind of wheels do we have? I think those are photo etched wheels. I always feel like those are some sort of wheels and then they just put a photo etched piece on top of the wheels spokes. Right? Because it looks like there's some sort of spokes there. So just to make it a little different from another one. I don't know if this is rubber or not. It's hard to say. Yeah, I think it did dent a little bit. It's just so crushed, but you know what? Maybe I will take this off. See, look at this fake leather. That's what happens. It just peels off. So fake leather is a horrible, horrible idea for longevity. Oh yeah, see, it totally... I'm just going to take it off. Deal with this later. So there's really nothing on the bottom of these things, as you can see. There's just a screw holding that. And I'm trying to get an idea. I think those are rubbery tires. Okay, well, nice treads on them. Nice little separate exhaust muffler there. And it's got some recesses painted black. Yeah, those are nice. That's a nice exhaust system. But yeah, man, those tires, they are messed up. Try to rotate them in a way that makes them look equal, but I just don't think they're equal sized tires, or they're ovoid now. Yeah, so that's the problem with squishing things. The barrel of the wheel is kind of deep. It's painted silver there. That's also not good. See, the tire, I don't know why the wheel's sticking out that far. Strange. It's only on that one side. I think it has to do with the fact that it was crushed. Alright, moving along. We have a bunch of rivet marks here for the over fendering. Looks pretty nice. There's actually, they're recesses. Those aren't paint. Those are actual recess holes kind of thing. Very cool. Well, fuel filler door is nice. Panel cuts are pretty thin compared to this toothpick. Separate mirror is nice. It has a reflective sticker there. Or, oh, yeah, it's a reflector. Okay. Black for the window there looks good. And then the photo etched piece of metal for the molding looks nice. Up here we have a decal for the LBWK stuff. It looks good. And the windshield molding again, separate metal, looks great. And then the wiper blades are etched metal as well. They're laying flat to it. I feel like maybe too much paint got in there, or something looks a little off there, but oh, the headlights are fantastic. I like that. The vertical ribbing and then the light bulb indication, but they're domed out quite a bit. This is perfectly smooth. So I feel like that's probably maybe a piece of metal back there and they put a drop of resin on top of it. Very cool. It's so smooth you can see the square of the LED above us. Alright, what's going on in here? I think this is like a ram air, maybe, to go into the induction. It's painted silver, it's got some hollowness. And then this is some sort of etched metal plate. I guess that's maybe mimicking an intercooler, you know, but without hoses. It doesn't look very realistic. And what is this? Maybe turn signals? I think they're just maybe silver pieces of metal with the clear resin on them. But it's clear versus this is a little bit yellowed. I don't know if these were vertical before. Did I just spin that headlight? This one's a little bit crooked. This one clearly looks more vertical. Little vent details there, and those dimples. Again, these are physical recesses. They're very small, very impressive. Okay. Top here, very smooth paint job. Yeah, look at the reflection of the square above us. Very impressive. Alright, and then really cool, we have a little decal of LBWK, and then the taillights are vertical with the light bulb in the middle there. Looks good, and some red indication. No license plate though. Would have been cool to have some sort of etched metal plate there, or even just a decal saying S30 or Fairlady or some, or LBWK. Just something. Rear window, yes, painted, but there's no chrome piece for the rear glass. And then for a second I thought this opened, but no, it's just the cut of it. Being plastic, you know, it's very, it's kind of light. So I guess it technically rolls, but this is not the kind of thing you want to roll around. Yeah, there's just so much weird friction going on. And I don't know why, again, this tire is sticking out so much. So now I feel like I gotta take it apart, because I think maybe I can, oh boy, I don't know if I can, because that screw is in there very tight. I don't want to twist, wow, that's super tight. Yeah, that's kind of a weird, see, very strange wheel choice. I mean tire choice. Why are they not going over the wheel like a normal tire? They're like cupping the whole wheel. And it's very odd. Some sort of glue residue, I think, is holding that down. I'm trying to see if I maybe can get that tire better. What is up with this? Okay, let's see what's happening here. See, this one seems okay, but what is up with this? It's really strange. I gotta just push it in. Yeah, see, that thing doesn't look round at all. Alright, so this is poorly done. Definitely not a good design. I almost feel like I have to cut out the back end of this to try to push the wheel in more. Yeah, also that wheel isn't circular either, I don't think, because the metal piece is circular, but you can see a gap between the plastic wheel and the metal piece, quite a bit there on the top. Alright, well, I'm gonna go mess with this. Hold on a second. You know, I decided to show you. I've decided, obviously, these tires are horrible, so let's try to do this together, see what I learn and discover. So I'm taking these clippers here, and the rubber is very hard. So this is probably an old model. That might be also why the tires are so bad. They were squished first, and then the rubber hardened, and now there's just no way they'll be circular again. But the design of this wheel/tire system is just horrible. I don't know why they would choose to do something that's not like a real car. It's so they literally built this cup, right? A cup of rubber, and then you set that in there. But it would just be easier just to slide on a tire like real riders on a Hot Wheels, right? It's just strange. Why are you trying to reinvent the wheel? Yeah, so this is just, you can't save that. It's so gappy. It's really distracting. What I'm trying to do is see if I can save the actual centers, even though they're not perfectly round either, it seems. It's a shame. These things have nice treads on them, but... So this is a warning to all the, collectors that have these models that have rubbery tires. The rubber's eventually gonna harden. Real rubber cracks and hardens very fast, so this fake rubber stuff, though, even is going to have problems, it seems. So it's really a bit concerning, on all these realistic-looking models. I guess there's no reason to keep that little nub. It's not 3D printed. I do think it's a molded wheel. It could be resin molded, like a hand cast there thing. But yeah, I'm starting to think those just aren't round. It looks really weird. So the question is, first, if I have some Choroku tires, will it fit? No, it's very loose, right? So I don't know about Choroku tires. Yeah, that's no good. So I got a bunch of TarmacWorks hobby wheels that I've never bothered to put on anything, and I think these are gonna work. I just thought I'd show you in case you want to do this yourself. Yeah, those look retro kind of wheels. They have the idlers printed on them, although the rear tire's gonna get replaced. So this one, that looks pretty neat, I think. There's this gold one. Yeah, that also looks pretty neat, the contrast of it. I think I'm going to stick with silver. And then there's this like gunmetal one with the chrome lip. That looks just as good, but it's a little bit too airy, I think. So then I took a tire off of this one, and then let's see if this Choroku tire fits on there. You'll see there's a central rib here. Choroku tire is not as wide, but it does fit okay without much stretching. So now that will fit up in here nicely. I suppose you could try, let's see if it will roll with this axle. Yeah, it might fit, but I don't really care for rolling models. I'm just going to put some poster putty in here. But in fact, I think I got to trim off this back piece here. Yeah, let's trim that. Get some poster putty. So notice the tire is trying to get sucked into this rib. So I got some hobby clippers. I'm just going to go around and try to remove this edge so the tire can stick out further to the outside. So yeah, cutting off that little edge, you could also file off that rib, It allows the tire to sit towards the edge a lot better. So that's good. Alright, then some poster putty. And Just be careful about those wiper blades and the side mirrors, you know, if you're fondling with this thing. I'm going to set some camber, Japanese JDM camber, like that. And then with the poster putty, you can also, you know, make it steer. And we can steer the opposite direction of that red one I showed. And that might be a little too much putty, but you can always remove it. I guess we'll put the text on the bottom on this side. Yeah, see? So, I'm a fan of the putty. I think it's probably the best accessory as far as collecting toys. It has so many purposes, and yet it doesn't damage the paint or anything. So, I'm pretty happy with the result. I think it turned out pretty well. Here's a low angle. Yeah, those TarmacWorks wheels are pretty sweet. So, yeah, if you have a destroyed model, always look into the aftermarket wheels. Oh, I gotta add a license plate to that later. Anyways, I'm gonna show you a whole bunch of other Chorokyus first, of these older Zs. No particular order. This is just a 240Z, and with the BRE racing livery. And this has maybe Hot Wheels Real Riders on it. Yeah, I think so. This one has some 3D printed wheels that I put on, because I guess that's what was on this car in real life, but I might be mistaken. I don't know. It's a 260Z. Alright. It's got headlight covers. Here's a police car. Just standard Chorokyu wheels on this one. Here's from an old TV show called Seibu Keisatsu. And it's like crazy, you know? It's like those Godzilla kind of movie things, or Ultraman, where they just slap on a bunch of stuff. And then I have the modern version done by Chorokyu Zero. Now it has specifically molded wheels for it, and a license plate from that TV show. It's called the Super Z. Pretty cool, if not weird. Then we have an S130 Z Turbo. Huh. This has some Hot Wheels Real Riders on it as well. Okay. With the putty, of course. And then, what do we have here? 3D printed wheels on this one. This is a, what? 240Z. And it's got headlight covers. And one more. This has, I think, Hot Wheels Real Riders again on it, and some sort of race printing. It's from a TV show, maybe? Yeah, I think this is called Mechadoc, if I recall, but... Alright, so yeah, Chorokyu, they're not messing around with the Fairlady Zs. And this is just, you know, the older ones. They have the modern other Zs and stuff like that. So, very fitting. But, you know, they're plastic toys, and I really hate those coin holder things. They really detract from the thing. So here's again that other one from the same brand. And then I'll show another resin old model. Who is this by, though? Crafts Tech. So they made these, you know, Hakusukas, no interior or anything like that. So this one is not modified. Those are long gone. I don't think you're going to find those anymore. They were listed as Fuel Me models. So what's nice about the Zs is they're not remotely identical. You know, this has the fastback, the wing, right? I added my license plate. The exhausts are different. The mirrors are different. It's a totally different Z entirely. So I'm really glad that, you know, we have two different castings from this VIP model, scale model company. Just, yeah, the tire choice, it's just horrible, and that's why I had to replace them on this one. So I might just end up putting this in my Chorokyu tower because I don't have a spare case. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next cartoon car video.